that she paints herself up funny looking, and this one's actually about makeup. She kind of does her makeup weird. Of course, I always thought makeup was weird, period. But as guys, we're not supposed to say nothing. We're not supposed to be honest about it. And herein lies the problem. She's going to dumbsplain some women-splaining to some women in this one.
Does it feel like guys just don't open up or talk about their lives like girls do? One, because everything he says can and will be used against him.
Yeah, that right there is a good start. It's really a good start. But then she goes off track.
Let's talk about why the friend zone does not exist.
Oh, God.
Why does it feel like guys just don't open up or talk about their lives like girls do? One, because everything he says can and will be used against him. Now you might be thinking, if he doesn't say anything, he doesn't have anything to worry about. It doesn't work like that. In a world where men still don't understand how you look better without makeup isn't...
Yeah, it's not that men don't fucking understand. You see right here, the dadvocate. The first thing she does is start blaming men, saying we don't understand. No, we absolutely understand. It's not a fucking compliment. It's not meant to be a compliment. Do you want the truth or do you want us to fucking lie to you? You look fucking ridiculous with makeup on. We tolerate the fact that you look goofy as shit because we like your personality. But when your personality becomes, hey, you better fucking lie to me, don't ask a question if you're fishing for a fucking compliment. We compliment you all the time. How depraved are men when it comes to compliments? While you're busy fishing for compliments, do you compliment the men in your life? Do you? This dumb cunt, when it comes to fucking makeup, it's not meant to be a fucking compliment. Alright? If you're fishing for a fucking compliment, that is all sorts of fucked up and says a shit ton about you, your personality, and your fucking self-esteem. Us guys, we're just glad that you pay us any fucking attention at all. We have to be happy if you pay us any attention. For you, attention is an entertainment thing. How many women treat it like that? Like it's an entertainment thing. They'll pay attention to you if it's entertaining. And then when you as a man who have been completely deprived of the attention that women get and that good-looking rich men get, any attention at all. Everybody wants the popular person's attention. Right? No, not everybody. When you come up to us and you have two dresses and you say, which one should I wear? Which one looks better on me? I don't fucking care which one looks better on you. I can't say that though, because it'll give you a fucking complex. I have to pretend like I give a fuck what you look like. So although I absolutely love your fucking company most of the time, when you're coming up and fishing for fucking compliments, I don't know what the fuck you want, but I don't feel like I should have to fucking lie to you. I don't tell you how fucking ridiculous you fucking look, because it'll hurt your fucking feelers, and you'll fucking treat me like shit for the rest of my life. That's why men don't fucking talk to you. You want to fucking dumbsplain shit. This woman's goddamn clueless. Does she get on here unpainted? No. She can get more fucking idiots to look at her if she tries to paint herself up to be something she's not. She uses beauty tricks for things that are supposed to enhance somebody's attractiveness. Look at the mascara. What is that supposed to do? It's supposed to make your eyelashes longer. Gives you a more youthful look and helps to bring attention to your eyes. So people can't take their eyes off of your eyes because they do stand out so much. Now she puts shiny glittery stuff above it too so that you want to look even more. She puts shiny shit on her fucking lips. Gets you to look at her mouth. Or what are you thinking about? Are you thinking about her words or are you thinking about her makeup and how she looks? See, for girls, looks are way more important than they are for men. A lot more important. A woman's entire life in this country, in most occasions, revolves entirely around looks. When your mother decides on a boyfriend that she likes, is it because she thinks she'll have cute babies together? I bet you it is. Cute babies.
Isn't a compliment. It doesn't work like that. But the big one, and the reason that women are so confused.
So here she is, dumbsplaining to men. You should not be fucking confused at all. It's not fucking meant as a compliment. It's never meant as a compliment. You are good enough how you are. If painting that shit on your face makes you look better, well, guess what? I'm autistic. I don't get fucking embarrassed. Look as goofy as you fucking want. I'm not there for the paint on your fucking face. I'm not there for the color of your hair. I am there for the quality of your fucking company, and if something else is more fucking important than that, that ain't my fault.
Let's talk about why the friend zone does not exist. Friend zone is this. Why does it feel like guys just don't open up or talk about their lives like girls do? One, because everything he says can and will be used against him. Now, you might be thinking, if he doesn't say anything bad, he doesn't have anything to worry about. It doesn't work like that. In a world where men still don't understand how you...
That's right. It's supposed to be womansplaining. And the first thing that she does is blame men and then start talking to the men. How's that womansplaining to women? No, this is being dumb.
Let's talk about why the friend zone does not exist. Friend zone is this...
Sorry about that.
Why does it feel like guys just don't open up or talk about their lives like girls do? One, because everything he says can and will be used against him. Now, you might be thinking, if he doesn't say anything bad, he doesn't have anything to worry about. It doesn't work like that. In a world where men still don't understand how you look better.
That's right. It's men's fault.
Isn't a compliment. It doesn't work like that.
We do understand it's not a compliment.
We're so confused because we can't relate to it because we haven't really experienced it. Is that men are raised to believe they are burdens, and their main goal as men is to lessen that burden on society. His problems are...
Now, women do understand this. 100%, all of them. Every woman in this country knows how to manipulate exactly that aspect. And every single man knows how to do the same thing. You're a fucking burden because you exist. How dare you not be a manservant to every single woman on the planet?
Let's talk about not exist.
Now why does it keep going to the next goddamn video? It's fucking stupid. When we're annoyed by fucking stupid shit, it's because it is fucking stupid.
Why does it feel like guys just don't open up or talk about their lives like girls do? One, because everything he says can and will be used against him. Now, you might be thinking, if he doesn't say anything bad, he doesn't have anything to worry about. It doesn't work like that. In a world where men still don't understand how you look...
No, we do understand!
It doesn't work like that. But the big one... reason that women are so confused because we can't relate to it because we haven't really experienced it is that men are raised to believe they are burdens, and their main goal as men is to lessen that burden on society. His problems are probably his or men's fault anyway. If you don't think those things are a burden, that is so amazing. You are a unicorn. We love that. You're still fighting an uphill battle of a lifetime of societal conditioning to convince him otherwise. Convincing a man to
See, now here's the thing, is that she's spouting ignorant bullshit. Women treat us like shit. She's woman-splaining men to women. No, she isn't. She is man-shaming and man-blaming. She has no fucking clue what the fuck she's talking about. Meanwhile, she paints her up. She paints herself up like some girl who ain't getting enough attention at home from mommy and daddy. This has nothing to do with men's rights. This has to do with this girlie right here wanting to get attention. She doesn't help men because she doesn't advocate for us.
Guys just don't.
Let's look at this one.
Does not exist. Friend zone is this made-up idea that was essentially created by men who try to justify any rejection by a woman. Now, to this creator's credit, she may be genuinely unfamiliar with the phenomenon I'm about to describe because she as a person may be very direct and forward with men in her life.
No, she's not. Nobody is fucking dumb enough to believe that in the United fucking States of America that dumb white girl has been so goddamn sheltered that she actually believes that fucking shit. No, she's man-shaming and man-blaming. And then this lady right here, what's she gonna do? The first thing she does is again make excuses for a stupid cunt who's playing retarded.
But so I think every woman who has ever lived, why does it feel like guys just don't? Let's talk about why the friend zone does not exist. Friend zone is this made-up idea that was essentially created by men who try to justify any rejection by a woman. Now, to this creator's credit, she may be genuinely unfamiliar with the phenomenon I'm about to describe because she as a person may be very direct and forward with men in her life, but not all women are. Friend zone is a very specific kind of relationship where, while the woman may refer to the man as her friend, she's also constantly leading him on for one reason or another, usually some kind of personal gain. These are the kinds of relationships where she calls him her friend, but then gets jealous when he hangs out with other girls or likes another girl. She expects him to go on date-like activities with her and even sometimes expects him to pay. Some guys will use the friend zone as an excuse for getting rejected, but most of the time, it's these guys who are dealing with these really awkward, ambiguous middle ground relationships where they're constantly expected to give boyfriend benefits without receiving any girlfriend benefits. Let's talk about why the friend zone.
Now you see that right there. See, she did great through part of it, other than the fucking making excuses for the retarded white girl here. And of course, you gotta blame men, don't you? In all these videos, it's always men's fault. At the very end, it's about boyfriend and girlfriend benefits, right? She's expected to get girlfriend benefits out of this man, but not expected to give girlfriend benefits to this man. No. The friend zone is guys who are your friends, right? But they're not your friends. These are the men that you manipulate, either through coercion or through, some of them you pretend like you want to have a sexual relationship. But the thing is, most of the guys in the friend zone, the problem isn't that you're not touching their penis. The problem is that they don't fucking exist. And the moment that you fuck something up in your life and you want some fucking help, it's, oh, you're the best friend that I have. Oh, sweetie, I missed you. I was thinking about coming to see you. I'm just having a lot of problems right now. And you try to fish for him to volunteer shit. If he doesn't volunteer to help, then of course you'll throw on the thickness just a little bit. Because then once he volunteers to help, unlike women who volunteer to help in most occasions, he'll actually show up. sometimes when a guy's had enough of your shit, but then of course he's lonely, so you play on that. You play on the fact that he's lonely. Oh, you know, I always thought you were cute. Fuck off, bitch. You know, I always thought you were really sweet, and if I hadn't gone out with Charlie or Joe or Morgan or any other name you want to manufacture, I don't fucking care. The thing is that the friend zone, there's no such thing. You're the toolbox. When there's a major issue with you and you're being abused, and you need to turn that in right away. And because of your gender, you have to contend with intentional bias through every fucking step and nook and cranny of bullshit because you're not able to go through the standard routes because you're going to get bullied because you're a dick. How dare you bother the police with not real problems because guys don't have real problems, right? There's a lot of women I know that she thought was in her toolbox. But she didn't ever talk to him in like 6 years, right? Then she calls him up thinking that she's going to do that lovey-dovey thing, and he hands the phone to his wife. Yeah. What the hell are you thinking? The friend zone does exist. The guys that are in your friend zone know that they've been rejected. For most of them, well, they're doing their jobs as men. We've been taught from birth that our job is to protect women and children. Even if it's complete bullshit, if we don't do something, we're complete and total horrible men for not doing anything. Even if we know it to be complete bullshit. When a woman gets drunk at a fucking party and stays in the main area of that party literally the entire time, and you're there at that party the entire time, sober, cleaning up everybody's mess, and basically playing bouncer, and she wants to come telling you some cockamamie goddamn story the next day about something that supposedly happened to her, and you gotta lay it down. Hey, I was there all night. I was sober. Other than when you laid down on the floor in the fetal position to puke on yourself and puke on the floor, you were on the couch all night. There were dozens of people here. None of them are going to listen to your bullshit. I dare you to go ask Jackie McKenzie what happened at her house. Huh. Jamie Curtis did not handle rejection well. Now we could talk about Hamas here. We could talk about all of the autistic people being murdered worldwide. High functioning and low functioning alike. We're not human. We're not human to any society on the planet. You get to see how we're ostracized and criticized, how we're even illegally prevented from access to resources in our own countries. And we're also prevented by law from entering at least 11 countries, many of them European, NATO nations, where it's illegal for an autistic person to go there. Some people want to actually care about a little autistic girl who was killed in Israel by Hamas. What about those who are still living? Are you going to focus on ending the lives of all of the people involved? Or are you going to do something to protect those of us who are still alive? Oh yes, I'm not a 12-year-old, and I'm not a girl. I forgot those parts. When you try to turn in police, arrest you and take you hostage, that's exactly what they're doing. When Americans kill their own people, their own refugees, nobody bats a fucking eye. Got this mansplaining lady. At the very end of that one right there, she makes it about boyfriend-girlfriend relationships and boyfriend-girlfriend benefits. No. Yeah, some of those guys you might have to lead on. But most of those guys are more than happy to help just because you fucking asked. They don't need a fucking sob story. They don't need you to pretend like somebody beat you or raped you. They're going to show up and help you because you asked. If you have to lie to somebody and claim that you were beaten or raped in order to get their help, you as a woman have the power to get that help. A man doesn't. A man is born guilty and you fucking know it. That doesn't mean he's going to do these horrible things. It means that he is assumed to be guilty. And unless he's rich, famous, or fucking good looking, it'll remain that way. Also, take a look at Hollywood. Those who are going to prison for rape and molestation. Yeah, the good-looking ones and the ugly ones alike have people that accuse them. But the good-looking ones always seem to be let off the hook. Look at Robert Downey Jr. Drove through a store in, what was it, Venice Beach? With 2 underage prostitutes in his car. Now he's Iron Man. Was that Charlie Sheen? Both of them. Cocaine snorting playboys, just like Johnny Depp. Fuck us. If he's a good-looking Hollywood heartthrob, it's a lot different than if he looks like Bill Cosby. If somebody accused Ashton Kutcher of rape, how many people would take it seriously and how many people would be on his side? How about Justin Bieber? How about 50 Cent? How about Eminem? How about LL Cool J? How about Tyson Beckford? Whether or not women support someone, in most occasions, is dependent upon that person's attractiveness and gender. Now, money will help you to get your word out, help to get people to give a shit. Money can be used for advertising, which is used to help sway the American people Advertising is just one form of propaganda. Now, we did for a while there try to curb that, but then we went lax on it because really nobody's apparently to take that stuff seriously. After all, it's just a commercial. Anybody with common sense should know that drinking Budweiser is not going to give you a beach body. And besides that, who the hell plays volleyball in the Rocky Mountains in the snow in a fucking bikini? Y'all saw those commercials back in the day. Some of y'all younger folks, you don't see any of those commercials. You don't see the cigarette commercials either. Now you see the how to quit commercials. There's no Joe Camel, no Camel Cash, none of that stuff, because American children are apparently too sugary for that. We can't get them wet or they'll melt, apparently. Obviously, not literally, but figuratively. You get to hear the youth here in Tillamook being bullies about every night on my YouTube channel. They're bullies every night. I just don't get to record it every single time. As the staff here have stated, it usually starts around 10, and they're right. I've stated that on my channel too. I've already stated loud and clear why it is that I can't go to the police. But every single time that somebody says that they're willing to help, says that we're friends, I have to remind myself that the only time that I'm able to talk to them is a few minutes while we're on break. And that's not much to get much communicating done at all, especially when most people are taught to try to make it a conversation. Now this woman mansplaining bullshit, dumbsplaining bullshit, she starts off nice with everything he says can and will be used against him. It's not that we don't understand, it's that we'd like to be honest, we'd like to be straightforward and direct and not bullshit. Whereas we have taught women to primarily just bullshit when it comes to a man. And that shows a severe amount of disrespect. And then you say, oh, well, I lied because I was worried about what he might think. Well, now he thinks you're a liar because you're a liar. And then you're angry with him because he doesn't fucking trust you. And then, of course, you have some fucking conniption fit because you are having a high anxiety day. Your high anxiety day is because of your looks, because of attention, because you're feeling insecure, your insecurities, and you take it out on him. And then there's this constant testing. Like I've seen movies where the princess has to test the prince's love, or the princely character and the princess character. And I see women doing this shit all the time. Like, come on, lady, I'm fucking exhausted. I just got off of fucking work. Can you stop it with all the fucking tests? Because I guarantee if I fucking test you, you will wig the fuck out on me. Guys, if you tried any of those tests the women try on you, you're not going to like the fucking results, guaranteed. You will not get the same results out of her that she expects out of you. And I've been showing that on my channel since the day I started it. We've got lots of women on my channel who made promises. Then many of those women, after making those promises, which are on my channel, they wanted to continually change their mind so they didn't have to do nothing. And instead of keeping their word, it became just telling me pretty words. And eventually it became shaming me for asking for help to even begin with. Treating me like I should be ashamed of myself for asking, that I am a burden. And when people don't want to help you, they treat you like a burden by bombarding you with literally everything in their life until you fucking give up. Fine, I get it. I don't fucking matter. I get it. If there is 30 minutes that you have, you're not going to spend it listening. You're going to spend it trying to make me feel like a burden, to treat me like shit for even asking. Or you're going to fucking procrastinate and procrastinate and procrastinate after promising to help. And eventually you go, well, I don't understand why you can't just let it go. You know, that happened forever ago. Yeah, and I still take abuse over it. Not that it matters, because I never get to tell you about the abuse I'm enduring, because you're always talking over me, trying to make me feel like a burden. That's what pushes people to fucking suicide. They come to you for help, and you treat them like they're a fucking burden. Oh, I can't help you the way that a human being in that situation needs help. But I can give you a sandwich and throw it in your face 6 months down the road that I gave you a fucking sandwich. Now, can't I? Meanwhile, people who want their lives to end, they do know exactly why they want their lives to end. But they need to know that you're not going to punish them for telling you. While they're in a distraught state, and your go-to is every blank space you try to fill in with words. Yeah, when they're crying and you ask them what's wrong, they're not going to tell you what's wrong. They might even tell you they don't know. The reason they're telling you that they don't know isn't because they don't actually know. It's because they're afraid of you passing judgment on them because you've done so in the past. Laura Nelson, almost every time I went in there, she did what people do in small towns. She fucking gossiped nonstop about everybody else in town. When I had real problems, I had to listen to gossip about everybody else in town instead. For a lot of these women, it's not that they didn't want to help. It's they weren't able to listen because they couldn't find that mutual respect for another human being. It's always that at arm's length, at arm's distance, because it's a man. If you tell me something, well, you don't mind lying to me. If you lie at me, it's fine. You're a woman. You'll get away with it. There won't be any consequences. It's always a man's fault, and you know that you can play on that. Someone calling themselves Brooklyn Chin, type CNYCAN. Would you just stop typing? Oh. I can't hardly picture, but it seems to me that you're somebody who is probably a troll, pretending to be a child. And when I ask you to actually do something productive, you'll tell me you're a 14-year-old. I really don't want children on my channel typing at me or talking with me. If so that some fucking predator douchebag piece of shit can pretend that I'm trying to entice a child to touch my penis or some such goddamn nonsense. You have no idea the hell that I have to go through daily. I'm not gonna fucking put up with that shit, and I'm tired of it. I'm a human being, goddammit. My life is hell and I can't take care of myself, and not one of my goddamn friends fucking cares. Instead, they treat me like shit for fucking existing. They treat me in a way that they would never be okay with being treated. And guess how I fucking know? Because when I treated people the way they treated me, they threw fucking tantrums immediately. When they threw that bullshit at me, did I throw tantrums at them immediately? No, I started off trying to explain what was going on and asking them, please, please listen to understand. Please stop interrupting me to talk over me, to tell me what to do, what to think, what to feel. You have no idea what's going on because you're too busy telling me what to do, what to think, what to feel. Trying to tell me a story of something that happened in 1978. Telling me that you don't have time because your grandma's funeral, but you might do something next week, maybe. But no, you won't. We have to turn it in right away. But you procrastinate and make empty promises because that's what we've taught women and men to do when it is a man who is being abused. Alright, so that Brooklyn Chin typed, "Aw, shut up." And then that shut up one is hidden. And then Brooklyn Chin typed, "I felt bad for you. I'm sorry about that. I will. I could help." Well, after you type that with shut up, I can't really tell because your picture is so small, but you kind of look like a kid in the small picture that I'm able to see. Brooklyn Chin typed, "I wish I can help you." Let me guess, the next thing you're going to type is that you can't because you're 14. Right? Anybody can help me. Anybody all can speak up. Anyway, I'm going to end now. Brooklyn Chin typed, "I am." See, that's the thing. I don't want 14-year-olds here. Brooklyn Chin typed, "I'm not 14. All right. Are you an adult? Because if you're not, I'm not comfortable. Yeah, you're 12. Right. Get the fuck out of here. This is the 5th or 6th profile that you've made in 3 fucking days. Get the fuck out of here. What are we going to do with this dumbass hide user on this channel? Fucking stupid shits. Yeah, I took screenshots of everything that fucking moron typed. Your profiles are nearly always the same bullshit. Here's the thing, if you guys pay attention to the predators that fuck with me, you see an awful lot of that shit. People trying to create a scenario where they can paint you out to be a bad guy. Fuck it. Oh, I don't want children on my fucking Facebook typing at me. The moment you tell me you're 12, I want you to leave. Somebody calling themselves Scene typed, "Sir, and the question." What question? Why the fuck you're being douchebags? What a fucking fuck nugget. What are we gonna do with this Scene feller? Well, chances are the next comments are gonna be more stupidity. They're gonna block his dumb ass too. Waiting on it. Anyway, this mansplainer lady, she blames men. So her and another woman who both make gross amounts of money being manvocates. They're not. They pretend to, as long as it's something that'll get people to look at their channel and give them money. Buy their merchandise. But also, the more I look at this dadvocate lady's bullshit, the more fucking disgusted I am with her. She shows every day how superficial she is. There are some guys who are attracted to that makeup. Most guys are, and women know it. But being physically attractive is not what keeps a man. If you dress yourself up to meet a certain image of pretty, yeah, he might have sex with you, you're pretty. He also knows that you spent a lot of time dolling yourself up to look like that. That he can brag to his friends that he got to bang that. I mean, that's kind of guys that you're trolling for when you dress like that. When you go to church and you dress like a church girl, what kind of guys are you going to attract? When you dress like a Chicago streetwalker, what kind of guys are you going to attract? When a man dresses in a tuxedo, what kind of women is he going to attract? When a man dresses like a hobo, what kind of women is he going to attract? Well, a woman and a man in a relationship, she's constantly telling him how to dress, how to present himself in public. Because the looks, especially in public, are what's important to her. Just like my dad said, get a pretty wife so you have someone to show off, and get a fat girlfriend so you can still have fun. You get your trophy husband, it's not any different. By the way, just because my dad is like that doesn't mean that I have to be. Just because your mother was like that doesn't mean you have to be. You put on that makeup because you're in competition for attention. Same as the next girl. But it doesn't get you positive attention. It doesn't get you known for who you are or what your brain works like. At that point, what you're advertising is looks. You're not advertising brains. When you dress like a Chicago streetwalker, he's going to expect drama, ignorance, and maybe even some ebonics. When you date a church girl, well, you're interested in dating somebody who's going to speak properly and hopefully clearly and concisely and has good hometown family values, right? Do you ever get what you think you're getting? Now, there's a lot of guys who date a woman who, once she takes off her makeup and he knows what she looks like, he's done with her. But then again, she put on her makeup and made herself extra pretty to be in competition so she could get that kind of guy. The kind of guy who cares about your looks more than anything else. Once he realizes you don't really look like that, once he realizes that, well, yeah, you're blonde-haired and you have long black eyelashes, but once you wash that makeup off, your eyelashes are super blonde, and he can see a completely different side of you. Somebody he literally never got to see before. Who you actually are. Who you look like, too. What your facial features actually are. The color of your actual eyelashes. He can see all of your blemishes. Then there's the guy that you meet while you're in your fucking sweats. Got your feet kicked up. Not wearing any makeup. You're not at your prettiest, are you? No, you're not. That's when you're most likely to find somebody who's attracted to who you are. If they talk to you when you have no makeup on, and they're interested in you when you have no makeup on, you don't have to put on that makeup every single morning before they get up. If they approach you while you have no makeup on, you know they're fine with the way that you look.
How's it going?
Still breathing.
Yeah, that's good. Just want to check up on you. Yeah.
Well, nobody did any exceptionally cruel stuff to me. Today, people have been pretty much leaving me alone. Those folks at the Safeway have been pretty well keeping me safe. I still don't have anyone to advocate, and I'm still really creeped out when youngins talk to me because, well, you know, the stigma attached to it. And with people screaming, calling me a child molester and a murderer and all that other stuff, dude, that happens everywhere I go. I don't to anybody. I don't go trying to touch people's nays. I don't go trying to stare at little girls or little boys.
Excuse me there. What's going on, Denver?
Hey, you want a cigarette?
I would love one. That's kind of why I came over here.
You're ugly as sin, but you're better looking than me.
Yeah, I know. I'm ugly as sin. Trust me.
I don't remember y'all's names, but I'm also recording, and I don't know how old you are, and you might be underage.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We're not here to do it.
I know. One of the things that people keep telling me is I should get his name. The thing is, I don't want him getting in trouble for being a fucking stupid shit. I mean, with everything that was going on, I understand why he was being a fucking dipshit. I've been an asshole plenty when I was in my youth. People fuck with my friends, or somebody tells me a rumor, whether it's true or not. If it's about my friends or my family, I'm fucking pissed.
Yeah.
People tell me that somebody fucking molested a kid. I'm fucking pissed. I grew up in the goddamn system being molested. And I just remember that you're not old enough to say that shit to. Anyway, even though people keep telling me I should get your name so that I can turn it into the cops, the thing is, you're not doing that shit now. I don't need your name. The problem was never what you did. The problem was what the cops have been doing. The inappropriate response from and them running around telling people that shit like it's fucking okay. The cops run around and tell people that shit.
Yeah. Hey, you know Carlos?
Yeah.
His sister passed away. His sister His sister passed away in a car wreck last night.
Oh.
You okay? Yeah, you good?
Oh. Oh.
He's doing okay, though. You okay, bud? You okay? You alright, definitely.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm alright. I just get fucking emotional. It's alright. I'm not gonna hurt anybody, okay? Alright. A lot of people jump to that conclusion and do hurtful shit. I'm just... Thank you for letting me know so I don't end up saying something stupid, making a dumb joke, trying to make them smile later. You know, I just... if he wasn't nice to me, it wouldn't matter, right? I could just... Fuck it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I got somebody waiting on me.
Yes, sir.
Have a nice night.
Anytime young people talk to me, people are going to look at me with suspicion and assumption, and a lot of people do really cruel shit to me. It's not just the screaming. You know, you weren't the first person to scream at me like that here. I went to Warrenton to try to get away from one of the stalkers who followed me from Hood River, and in Warrenton I had to deal with that shit. I had to deal with it in Astoria. I had to deal with it in Hood River. I had to deal with it in the Dalles, Oregon. I had to deal with it in Boulder, Colorado. I had to deal with it in Bristol, Tennessee, and Bristol, Virginia. I had to deal with it in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and Rapid City, South Dakota. Like, if it was just you doing it once, it wouldn't be a problem. But I just, there's only so much of that you can handle. I get tired of having people who hate me just for existing. I get tired of people assaulting me and threatening to kill me and pretending I'm a child molester or a rapist or a murderer as an excuse. I was fucking victimized into homelessness. I stream and shout and record everything for my safety, not because I fucking hate people.
He's got something for you, but then we gotta get going. So, yeah, we just figured we'd come talk to you. Here you go.
Thank you. You know, I just wasted on coffee, right?
And whatever it takes, I don't care. Wasting it on.
The problem isn't what you guys, well, I can't say you guys because the problem wasn't what you did. The problem was the inappropriate police response. I still deal with people every night screaming the N-word at me and calling me the F-word. They pelted my car with all sorts of stuff. Keep throwing fireworks at me. I got it recorded on my channel, or I start recording right after they start their bullshit every night. And sometimes they stop. Sometimes as soon as I turn off the recording, they start up again. Sometimes they drive around the block a couple times after I start the recording and fucking scream it a few more times so it ends up getting recorded. But just The cops bully me everywhere I go. Every time I try to turn in a crime from somebody, they just treat me like a mentally ill, fucking schizophrenic, drug-addicted fucking loser, and I'm not. I don't go running around hurting people. I like your mucking boots, but they're too clean.
Yeah, they're old. They got some miles on it.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for the money. And again, like I said, I'm still recording, and I don't want to. Thank you for the coffee money.
Yeah, whatever it takes. Alright, we gotta get going home.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have a good night, Sean. Yeah, see you, Sean.
Yes, sir. Be safe.
Have a good one.
Yes, sir.